So today we got Ultra Street Fighter 2. Sagat, Sagat, however you say his name. I never really liked this guy when I played the games, but I wanted to get him just because, dude, he looks like he might be the biggest figure I own from Jada themselves. Like, this guy is massive. The box is the biggest box I've ever gotten from them. The figure looks like he might be the tallest one, which, in terms of the game, it would be very accurate, but let's get this guy out of the box and see what he's all about. Here we have Sagat out of his packaging. I don't even know if that's how you properly say his name. It kind of sounds like a slur, I'm not going to lie, but let's just call him Sagat for the sake. Now, Sagat is for sure the tallest figure in this line. He has a little paint chipping in there, or like some paint on the knee. Oh well. Now, this figure is the tallest one, dude. And I believe I did say this in my last video where I was appreciating Jada for doing proper scaling when it comes to their figures because they're not that big. I would say this is probably this around the same size as like your average Marvel Legend, I would say. So let's put him next to, let me see, I believe I got him right here. Yep. Let's put him right next to Marvel Legend Spider-Man, Maximum Series. He's just a little bit taller, right? But then when you put him along with the other figures in the wave for Jada, here he is next to Jada Ryu. You can see how he just towers over him, right? And here he is next to Blanca. It's amazing. Literally, like, he's not that much taller than your Maximum Series Spider Man. He's in scale with Ryu because he's just that humongous in the games. And then he just towers over Blanca too. Like, I think that's awesome. And obviously, Blanca is a little bit bulkier, and you can see that he's taller than Maximum Series Spider Man. So, not bad, man. Not bad. I do love this figure so much, man. He's pretty cool. I just like the art style, the vibes that we get for the video games themselves. I think it's awesome. Sagat comes with a few accessories. His projectile, so you can see here. And he does come with the stand. Now, before I go over with the stand, I want to show you the other accessories first. So, obviously, they come with the one that is already on them, right? Where they kind of have like this neutral looking face. And then after the neutral face, they have like their battle ready face. So they have this one right here. So as you can see, angrier. And then he comes with two different hands. So he comes with the closed fist, and then he has like these open palm ones. So you can see, pretty cool. Now, the reason why I wanted to save the stand for last is because I did make a point in my last video where I wished Jada made stands just a little bit taller for the other characters, because for a lot of them, this stand was a little too low for their projectiles. Like, I wanted something to be a little bit more at level with them. And this one seems to be that one. This one's a little bit longer because obviously they're accommodating for this guy's height, but you can even start using them now for like other figures. See? You can put like a higher up a Duke Hadouken for Ryu, or even a higher Sonic Boom for Guile. You see what I'm saying? I, it's probably going to be the same case for Sagat because obviously he's tall, so it's probably going to be at hip. But let's just, that way you guys can see in terms of scaling. So we're gonna put the piece in the on the stand, just like that. And now the stand is at its highest width or length right now. Oh, actually, not bad. It's just a little bit over his waist. That's great. Most of the time, dude, the projectile is usually at like waist height, and I that was like my biggest, like one of my only complaints really about Jada. Not my biggest complaint, but the only one. I was like, oh, I just wish it was a little bit taller, but I like this, dude. It's so cool. Jada, I feel like lately with every figure that I've been reviewing with them, every figure I've gotten, I feel like I'm noticing more and more differences, and the better the differences. But going over this guy's articulation, he can go high about that far up, goes about that far down. He has double jointed elbows. Thank you for no pegs, Jada, once again. Wrist swivel, and with the wrist swivel, he has the pivot too. See? He has butterfly joints, which allow him to go that far back and this far forward. With his head, I gotta bring him down now. With his head, he can go about that far back, and he can look down pretty far, which I think is badass because you want him to look down on people. Now, the thing about my figure is I have a little bit of like marks here on the neck, and then I have like this paint, random red paint on his knee. But other than that, I feel like the rest that might have just been unfortunate on my end for the figure that I got. But oh well. Now his scars. I want you guys to know his scars are sculpted on. Badass, dude. They're all sculpted. But he has an upper ab crunch, and he has a lower abdomen ball peg. So you guys can probably get even more articulation out of the chest piece or the torso. And yeah, and the scar goes all the way down, dude. I love that. His scar does not end. So clean. Now for the legs, you can go pretty far up. And you can go back about right there before it starts coming out. Lower thigh swivel, so it's at the bottom of the shorts, just like Blanca. Double jointed knees, no pegs. Love it. Shin swivel, and he has a good dorsiflex about that much, and he can plantar flex about that much too. Now, an interesting thing about this figure that I've noticed, and I'm sure you guys noticed it too. Now, I believe he is the first figure that I've gotten out of my collection that has this extra articulation that I appreciate. But he has toe articulation. That is so clean, dude. I wish the other figures ended up having this too, just because they do be getting into some poses. They don't do it all the time, but for certain moves, I do appreciate having that articulation there. But it seems like Sagat is the only one who has it. This figure is badass, dude. And I know I say this in every video, but like I do tell you guys, if you are planning on getting these figures, do get them. I think they're an amazing part of the collection. For the pricing and the simplistic style of what you get, I feel like you don't really need more. But I know there's probably going to be people out there that are going to be picky and that they wish they had extra accessories and stuff like that or different face sculpts. But I feel like for what you're getting, I think it's fair. And it's hard to say that nowadays, especially with our economy and everything, when it comes down to figures, everything becoming more expensive due to certain things. But honestly, these are a go-to for me. And I know I'm giving Jada a lot of glaze here, but I genuinely believe what they're doing, they're handling a lot of stuff correctly, and they're doing a lot of stuff right. So if you guys can't find these anywhere, make sure you try to give Toyco a shot. I appreciate you guys for checking out my series on, the Jada Street Fighter figures. I will do more. If I can find some more too, I will, and I'll do my reviews there. So stay tuned. I appreciate you guys. Love y'all, and I'll see you on the next video.